In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your very own brand step by step using ChatGPT, DALI, which is a free AI image generator, and a few other tools. Now, we all know those brands that just make us fall in love with them, and we can't wait to see more content from them, to buy from them, to become their customer, to follow everything they're doing. So that's what we're aiming for when we create our own brand. If you're starting your own business, building a strong brand is so incredibly fundamentally important if you want to stand out from your competition, really build your authority and become known for something in your industry, become recognizable and memorable, and also encourage people to buy from you and even charge higher prices. A great brand will help you to grow your audience, attract more clients, make more sales, as I said, charge higher prices, but it can also be somewhat difficult to create something really good if you're not a branding expert or a graphic designer. And that's where the power of AI tools and a few other strategic tools comes in. In this video, we're going to be creating a women's athletic wear brand together. I'm going to walk you through all the steps, all the tools you need. And if you follow along, you're going to have your brand completely done by the end of this video. Okay, if you're ready, let's dive right in. Okay, so step one is getting organized. And the first thing I'm going to do is to create a Google Doc where I'm going to be listing out all the information. So we're going to be going through 7 sections in this video and building out your brand in 7 different sections. So the sections that we're going to create are your brand name and logo, your slogan, your company vision, your mission, your brand archetype, and I'll explain what this is as we're going through the video, your unique selling proposition, and we're going to be creating some brand visuals, which is super exciting using AI. Now I'm gonna just format this so they're all headings and I can then go in and put the information as I go along into the Google Doc. Okay, let's dive into step 2, which is creating our concept. Now, for this, I'm going to head over into ChatGPT and I'm simply going to ask it, can you help me come up with a concept idea for a women's athletic wear brand? Now, ChatGPT has come back and given us 5 concept ideas that we could focus on for an angle for this brand. And I really like the sustainability angle. I think that it's really on trend, it's of the time, and it's something we all need to focus on more and more. So I'm actually going to narrow this down now. I'm going to go back to my Google Doc and just make it clear that I'm creating a women's sustainable athletic wear brand. Okay, let's dive into step 3, which is creating our brand name and logo. Now, for this, we're actually going to use a free AI-powered logo and brand name generator called Namelix, which I absolutely love. All you need to do is enter some keywords about the brand you're trying to create, and it's going to suggest a load of logo variations and name variations. So let's go ahead and say women's sustainable athletic wear brand, women's sustainable athletic wear brand. Click generate. Leave this as auto. It will just give you a load of different styles to choose from, and we just want to keep our options open as much as possible. We can also choose a level of randomness. So if we want it to be, the names that are going to be the most applicable, or if we want Namelix to just go mental and suggest all kinds of names. So I'm going to choose low randomness so that I know that the options it's giving me are probably going to work. Next, brand info. So we've added in our keywords. And it's also asking if we have any business description. In this case, I don't really have anything. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that blank and see what it comes up with. Okay, so here are the options that Namelix has generated. There are so many different ones to choose from. Honestly, you can just spend, maybe half an hour to an hour going through this and seeing what really appeals to you. But I'm seeing one here that I really, really like, which is called Move Mindful. Now you can go ahead and check if the domain is available. You can register the domain directly through Namelix. And another thing that I would do is check trademark records to see if that name is actually available or if you're infringing on anyone's trademarks by using it. In this case, it's just a brand for fun purposes. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Move Mindful. And I also love the logo as it is, to be honest. I think this is absolutely genius. Now you have the options to purchase, save, or edit if you want to make any edits to it. As I said, I'm just creating this brand for fun. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of that and add it into my Google Doc. And like this, I'm going to start building out a simple profile for my brand. So now we know that the brand is a sustainable athletic wear women's brand, and it's called Move Mindful. And the next step 4, is to create our slogan, which is a little catchphrase, something catchy that's going to be memorable in people's minds and help them to understand what the brand is all about. For this, I'm going to hop over into ChatGPT. Now, we've already started a thread, like a chat, talking about this brand. So ChatGPT is kind of reading it and keeping in mind what we're saying. So I'm going to inform ChatGPT that I've decided to go with the sustainability angle for this brand. Can you help me come up with a catchy slogan for, once again, make sure your spelling is correct. Slogan for this women's sustainable athletic wear brand. I'm just reminding it exactly and giving it the right keywords, being specific of what kind of brand I'm looking for a slogan for, called Move Mindful. Okay, we're going to click enter and see what ChatGPT comes up with. Now, these are pretty good already, but something that will take your ChatGPT results to the next level is prompt engineering. And that's really about being strategic about the types of prompts you're entering into ChatGPT so that you can get the best possible results. So here's the prompt that we're going to enter. And this is actually a prompt that I've taken out of my Limitless Marketing prompt pack, which is a prompt pack I've created over months and months of research, trial and error, testing, and everything. It's got over 1,300 prompts that you can copy and paste straight into ChatGPT for all your marketing needs. And this is one of them. So creating a slogan for your brand or product idea. And I'm just going to copy paste my prompt directly in here. Can you help me write a catchy brand slogan for as we said, this is a women's sustainable athletic wear brand, or even a women's athletic wear brand offering sustainable clothing for the gym. So here I'm kind of really specifying to ChatGPT exactly what product or service my brand offers that would appeal to, and this is where I would be specific about the target audience I'm appealing to. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and say it's a brand for busy mums and conveys a feeling of, if we think about the feeling that we want to convey with our brand, I'm going to say motivation. So that's a slightly more strategic prompt here. We're narrowing down who our target audience is and really giving ChatGPT more information to give us a more tailored prompt closer to what we're really looking for and closer to what we need for our brand. So this is how to avoid those really generic results from ChatGPT where you're like, this has nothing to do with what I actually had in mind. So let's have a look at what ChatGPT has given us. So these ideas are actually amazing. I have a few that I really like. Number 1, sweat and style sustainably. Number 2, elevate your workout, elevate the planet. Even number 5, sustainable style for unstoppable mums, I feel like is really good. I think I'm going to go with number 2, elevate your workout, elevate the planet. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that directly into my Google Doc. And one little trick is that if you copy and paste, especially when you're working in dark mode, from ChatGPT anywhere else, like a Google Doc, for example, it's going to copy and paste the background with it, which is so annoying because obviously you just want to do this work as quickly as possible. If you're working in light mode, it will copy and paste the light gray background. So I'm going to delete that. And instead, I'm going to right click and choose paste without formatting. So that's a little secret for you. It's just going to paste the plain text without any formatting. Right, so we've got our slogan now. Make that a bit bigger in our document. And we're going to go ahead and jump into step 5, which is creating our company vision. A company vision is like a snappy summary of what you want to achieve in the future. It's like a North Star that guides your business, guides the decisions you're making, the products you're offering, and it should inspire you to work towards something meaningful. So for this, we're going to be using ChatGPT again. And once again, I've got a prompt for you that I've pulled out of my Limitless Marketing prompt pack. And I'm going to copy paste it into ChatGPT and then edit out the details so that it's tailored to this brand I'm trying to create. So give me a list of however many you want. Let's go for 5 versions. Give me a list of 5 vision statement ideas for once again, a women's athletic wear brand in, I would say, the fitness and fashion industry, helping, again, ideal customer, busy mums, with finding stylish and sustainable workout clothing that inspires them to move mindfully. I've also tried to incorporate a little slogan there. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Now, really, as I said, your company vision is all about that big North Star, ultimate destination, or ideal future you're trying to create with your brand. It's really what your brand truly stands for. So it's a destination you would never necessarily reach, but it's basically your idea of the perfect future that you're trying to create through your brand and contributing to through your brand. So I'm going to go ahead and choose option number 2, which is to revolutionize the fitness fashion industry with innovative, eco-friendly fabrics and designs that inspire busy moms to prioritize their physical and mental well-being. I feel like that's a really inspirational vision to set for our brand. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that into my Google Doc. And now let's jump straight into step 6, which is coming up with your mission or your mission statement. Now, this differs slightly from your company vision because this is really your day-to-day what and why. So it basically explains what a company does and why it does it, or why it doesn't do certain things. So I've got another prompt for you for this one that, again, I've taken out of my Limitless Marketing prompt pack, which I will link beneath this video for you if you'd like to check that out. I'm going to go ahead and copy paste it into ChatGPT. It's a simple one this time. Give me a list of, let's go with 5 again, engaging mission statement ideas. And I'm just going to change that to say for this business because we're now in the flow of chatting with ChatGPT about what this business is about. So ChatGPT is learning from the questions and answers we're going through in this thread. Once again, I quite like option 2. We strive to revolutionize the fitness fashion industry with innovative and eco-friendly designs that inspire busy moms to move mindfully, sustainably, and in style. I mean, that is genius. And I'm a copywriter. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that, as I said, use the paste without formatting option into my Google Doc so that once again, we're building out step by step our brand profile. And with that, let's jump into step 7, which is finding your brand archetype. Now, I absolutely love this brand archetype strategy because it really brings your brand to life. It basically gives your brand a human-like personality that really allows people to resonate and connect with your brand, almost like as if it was on a human level. Think of it as the vibe that your brand gives off. So how people perceive you, how you stand out from competitors, and how you come across in the market. There are 12 brand archetypes based on human personality types. And if you look at some of the biggest brands in the world, you can immediately tell which brand archetype they're based on. For example, Disney's the magician, North Face is the explorer, and Harley Davidson is the outlaw. If you'd like to find out more about brand archetypes, you can Google it, or you can also ask ChatGPT. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste my prompt into here. Out of the 12 brand archetypes, which would be best suited for this business? Once again, ChatGPT knows what business we're talking about because we've been going back and forth through this conversation with, and this is about the specific problem you solve or product you offer. Once again, as I said, ChatGPT knows what business we're talking about in this thread, and it knows what problems we're solving, what products we're offering. We've gone back and forth through it already. So I'm just going to delete that part of the prompt, and conveys our core value of sustainability, let's say mindfulness, for example, quality and motivation to move. This is where you would enter what values your brand really stands for. Let's see what ChatGPT suggests. So ChatGPT has told us that based on our core values and what our brand is all about, that it thinks we should look at the caregiver archetype. Now, the caregiver archetype is characterized by a strong desire to help others and a commitment to making the world a better place. So as you can see, that's absolutely perfect for what we're going for. We're going to go ahead and copy and paste this little blurb that tells us all about why we think this is a good brand archetype for our brand. And I'm going to go ahead and copy it into the Google Doc where I'm creating my brand profile. And with that, we're going to jump into step 8, which is finding your unique selling proposition. Now, finding a unique selling proposition or a USP is really your key to stand out from the competition and really encourage people in your target audience to understand why they should buy from you as opposed to buying from one of your competitors. Now, I've got a prompt for you for this one as well. And the prompt I'm going to be using is this. We're going to go back into ChatGPT to help us find a USP for our brand. What should be my unique selling proposition for this brand? Once again, we would specify if ChatGPT didn't know what we were talking about. If we were starting a new chat, or thread with ChatGPT, we would need to specify what product or service, what the business is all about, who the target audience is. In this case, we're building a brand profile. ChatGPT knows what we're talking about, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that part and say, what should be my unique selling proposition for this business that would help me to stand out from my competitors? And here's what I really love. ChatGPT has taken into consideration all the information we've been feeding into it throughout this chat thread, and it has given us some potential USP ideas. We could also pick a few of these and really mix them together to create a really individualized profile for our brand. So number 1, it's saying sustainable and eco-friendly materials. That goes with the sustainability angle we're going for. Number 2, mindful design. That goes with the name and logo that we chose. So we create athletic wear that incorporates thoughtful design features and strategically placed, features like ventilation, comfortable seams, pockets for essentials. Who doesn't love pockets? The next option that ChatGPT has given us is customized fitting. Number 4, motivational messaging. Again, this ties into the information we've been giving ChatGPT, and community involvement. So I really like. I'm gonna copy all of them over just to make this easier, and I'm going to remove customized fit. That's not something I'm looking to include into my brand right now, but I'm going to keep sustainable and eco-friendly materials, mindful design, motivational messaging, and then I'm going to remove the last one as well, so that we have 3 factors that together make up our unique selling proposition. And with that, we have built out an amazing brand profile. Now, the last thing we're going to do is Actually, the thing before the last that we're going to do is to create our brand visuals. And for that, we're going to use DALL-E, which is a free AI image generator. Now, I do usually love Midjourney. I think it's amazing. If you've never tried it, it's definitely worth a try. And I'll be linking all of these tools for you in the description below this video. But for this video, I just wanted to try and give you free AI options to use. So we're going to go ahead and go to the DALL-E website. Now, DALL-E was created by OpenAI, which is the same company that created ChatGPT. And all you need to do is just do a simple Google search for DALL-E, spelled like this. It will bring you onto this page, and then you need to click Try DALL-E over here. Now, this will land you on a really simple page that looks like this. And all you need to do is to include some keywords of what you're looking for. So I'm just going to try out something simple and say brand visuals for a sustainable women's athletic wear brand. And then I'm going to add a few more descriptors like minimalist, earthy colors, modern design, and HD for high definition. And here's what DALL-E has come up with for us, which I think is absolutely amazing. Yes, it might need some work, but as a proof of concept, as a very first try to really build out, maybe a Pinterest mood board for your brand, these images are an amazing start. So I'm going to screenshot them and move them over into my Google Doc. And then we can use those images to create a color palette, which you can do by using a tool such as Coolers. This is a really fun color palette generator, which I love using. It's super fun. You just simply need to go to coolers.co, click on Start the Generator, and then we can even upload an image so that it creates our color palette from the image. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the images I got from DALL-E. And as you see, as soon as you upload the image, Coolers immediately starts to grab the colors that it can see making up this color palette. That is beautiful. It's so minimalist, earthy. I think it goes really well with a sustainable athletic wear brand. We're going to click on Next, open in the generator, and that's going to give us our hex codes for the colors that we are then going to create our palette out of. So I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this. You can also download it as a PDF or a PNG for your color palette. But I'm just going to include that over into my Google Doc. Amazing. Now that we've got everything we need, finally, we're going to bring together over everything into a brand guidelines document, which I'm going to go ahead and create inside Canva, which is my favorite design tool. If you go to canva.com and create a free account, come over to create a design, and we're going to search brand guidelines presentation. It's going to bring you up the option to create that exactly. And then it's also going to give you options for the design, so it makes it super easy. We're just going to choose one of these designs and then apply all pages. And as you can see, it just transfers your design over into Canva. And then all you would need to do is to go through the document, edit the colors to match your chosen color palette, and include all the information that we outlined in the Google document into your brand guidelines document. Okay, that's it for today. You now have your brand, or a very first iteration of your brand guidelines, completely fleshed out, which I absolutely love. AI and a few strategic tools just make this so easy. As I said, all the prompts I mentioned in the video today, you can find those inside my Limitless Marketing Prompt Pack, and I will link that for you below this video. I hope you found this useful, and I really hope you have some fun playing around with these tools, and you create an amazing brand that you're happy with and that eventually turns into a successful business. If you create anything, then definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to see if you followed along with the tutorial and created something that you love. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.